we divide by the total number of the observation, okay? So if 5 numbers given to you at the 5 numbers, the values, and you divide it by 5 to give you the mean. So we use the sigma notation. Sigma x means we're adding all the possible values. Okay, so I'll give you 2 examples to see when it is going to be using this, when this tool is going to be appropriate, if you like. This example is the numbers between 1 and 9. We just switch one of them from the 9 into the 99. So for the first one, we add the numbers, we divide it by 9, the result was 5. So the mean is 5. But if you have a so-called an extreme number, 99, that would change the game. That 99 would change the mean from 5 to the 15, which is not a very good representative of our data. You see, for the first one, they are very close to each other. For the second one, suddenly you get only one big number, and that causes lots of trouble. So sometimes we need more measures of centers. So that's for this one. It would be better to use the next measures of center, which is going to be called the median, to get these numbers. Okay, so you cannot submit your quiz anymore. You have to email it, but I don't accept it anymore. You must be precise. Submit it right on time, because if otherwise you cannot do it on the test. So if you have any difficulty submitting, just email it to me now. Then I will tell you what we are going to do. But for the next time, we don't accept it. Okay. So what is going to be the next? So we make a note here. This note is going to be important for you because there are some problems in your book, or when we go on, you have to make a good judgment for us. So the judgment is going to be, if they ask you, did you use a proper measures of center? You say no, because there is an extreme elements here. But it depends. Depends on what you want to do with these numbers. So we make a remark here for the judgment on these type of ideas. And the remark is going to be, as I talk about it, these measures of center is sensitive to the extreme values. So note that the mean, okay, the mean is sensitive, means it changed drastically. Sensitive, it's going to be sensitive to extremes, to the extreme values. Extreme values would be values which is going to be very small, okay, very large, or very small values, small values. Okay, and values or or observations or observations that we're going to use. So what we need something else. Okay, so one or V or one needs another suitable measure of center for this type of data. Measure of center, namely the next one, the one that we're going to use. Okay, what's the next one? Is the median. Okay, the median is going to be exactly the value right in the middle or in the center of your, in the center of your data set. Okay, so what we are going to do in order to get any question, so make sure that what's going to be this observation, and be able to judge. There you got the number of the problems that they ask you, and I'm going to give one in a minute. So what is going to be this, the median? The median is going to be exactly the number right in the middle. So what we're going to do is, you see, look at this one over here. So how many numbers do we have? We write it down from the smaller one to bigger one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it's 9 values. So the center would be 9 divided by 2. If you like, it's 4.5. So the way I'm going to pick this one is, we pick 4 numbers out. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The leftover is 5. So the median is 5. Okay. So if the number after observation is going to be odd, when you divide it by 2, the one in the middle would be give it to you right away. But if the number is going to be even, if you have 10 numbers, 5 to the right, 5 to the left, there is nothing would be right in the middle. In that case, we take the average of the 2 middle one. So I'm going to explain this one for you. Okay, so what is going to be the median? The median of the, so this is the second one. Okay, so what is the median? It's very popular. We are going to use it. We come back to it again. So when they want to report, for example, of the prices, house prices, they don't usually go for the mean. They go for the median price of the house, because that would be more suitable. Okay, so for example, if you have, okay, what's that? This is the way we do the quizzes. You have to practice. We don't have any other way to do it. You see, the quizzes and the tests. The quickest way to do it is just making the PDF file. What's your question? What's your difficulty?
I found this incredibly frustrating. In fact, I have my test in front of me and I can't submit it now. I don't have an easy way of making a PDF.
What sort of cell phone do you have?
This one right here.
No, what mark is it? Is it the iPhone?
No, I don't have an iPhone. Is that the problem?
No, it's not, because I don't know the iPhone. Anybody knows how to do it by the other one? You see, for the iPhone, you should have the same thing over the iPhone.
I can take a picture with this. It's a JPEG.
Yeah. But
So what?
You see, you have a scanner on your iPhone or your cell phone.
For sure, I can take a picture.
So
I don't think I can make a PDF.
If you look up a scanning, like download an app
Hey,
to scan
Wesley,
photos, it'll change it.
Anybody got anything other than the cell phone can explain it to
yeah,
you?
good one is Scannable.
Okay, I'll go get an app.
No,
yeah,
you
if
see,
you download the Scannable app,
Scannable, it's called. Okay, I'll find it in the App Store.
yeah, if you read your syllabus, I give you one.
yeah, and then what you can do is you can save it. If you, yeah, you could use that, and then once you scan it, then you can save it as a PDF file, and then from there you can import it into Canvas in the assignment.
Okay, I'll give it a go. Thank you.
Yeah, because there are different, the way I do it, you see, this is going to
Of
be,
course.
I mean, the iPhone one, as somebody talk about it, it should have a similar one on yours. I have those application, I can check it. You see, Kevin was explaining it, the one with the notes, and you should have, something similar. So this is going to be the note. You see, this is going to be the one. Then you will see over here that scan documents. Is this one? Scan documents. So your cell phone should have something similar. So when you click on the scan documents, then you can start scanning your documents here. You see, you scanning the documents. There's going to be something, and then you can save it and then change it to the PDF file to get these numbers, or you can submit, download a scanner. This is what I have here. You see that's going to be 1. Can you see it? That's the Adobe scanner. So that is much easier. You scan and you change it in. This is the way I post all these questions for you. Okay, you scan it and then that gives you the chance to, okay, to change it to the PDF file. Okay, you just get practice, don't worry. But if you have difficulty, email it to me. But your GP, when you send it, then I cannot make any comment for you on it because I have to read your picture one by one and I cannot write on it. But it doesn't matter, you can email it. Okay, the email, the one that you have after the lecture. But for the next one, try to get this one. That's easy to get these numbers. Okay. And you can come to the Zoom. We can find out, get one of those applications, but you can email it. Anybody else have difficulty? Just
Yeah, I was having some difficulty, but I think I figured it out.
Oh, okay. Okay. If you have difficulty, email it. I accept it. But when I grade, I have to grade the others and come back to grade yours. But try one of these applications. And there is one that I posted on the syllabus. That's also a good one. The people that use it, I can just call the scan camp something. And that would be too. Okay, but otherwise difficulty, just email it to me. I will sort it out. Okay, any question? Let's go. Yeah, I saw the emails that you sent it. I accept it. Okay, so I know that it's difficult, but we have to find a way, to submit it, and that's the best way to do it. Okay, let's check the median. So it's going to be the one in the middle. So let me write down what is going to be the median. It's going to be the number right in the center, the median of a data set. Is what is the number? Is the number that divides. Okay, number that divides the bottom 50%. The bottom 50% of the data from the top. Okay, from the top 50%. So what does it mean? This means if you just put these values that you have on a kind of a number line, and you divide this procedure into the two parts, 50% of the values are going to be to the left, and 50% will be to the right. So the one right at the middle is going to be your data values. But the difficulty is going to be you may have even number of the values or you may have odd number of the values. So in order to get it, this is going to be the procedure that we're going to do. Okay, so to obtain, this is going to be one, to obtain the median. To obtain the median of the data set. Of course, the calculator can do it. We show you at the end. So what we're going to do, we are going to arrange so we arrange the data values. The data values in increasing fashion, okay, in increasing format, increasing order from the smaller one to the bigger one. And then you are going to have two different cases. Consider, depends on the number of the observation, will be even or odd. And consider, consider the following two cases. The following two cases. You may have even number of the observation or odd. If it's going to be odd, it's very easy, 50% to the right, to the left. Okay, the first part. If the number of the values or observation, if the number of observations. Observation or data values. Okay, data values is going to be odd number. Okay, it's going to be odd. It's going to be 50% to the right, to the left. The one in the middle is going to be your solution. Okay, so the median in this case, the median is the observation at the middle. Okay, it's going to be observation. Observation exactly in the middle of the data, in the middle of that list of the, we call it order list, ordered list. So if you have 9 numbers, so the center would be at 4.5. So we go 4 to the right, 4 to the left. The 5th number is going to be your median. Okay, if it's going to be odd. But when it's even, when you go 50% to the right, 50% to the left, there's not going to be left. So what are we going to do in this case? So if the number of observation, if the number of observations, the number of observation is going to be even. Okay, you have 6 members, 8 members, 10 members. Then you cannot pick the middle one, because there is not going to be middle one in this case. Okay, then, so what are you going to do? You get 50% to the right, 50% to the left, then you have 2 middle values. You find the average of those middle ones. So then the median is going to be the average. It's going to be the average of 2 middle, right? 2 middle observations. Middle observations in the order set. In the order set. Okay, so this is how we're going to find the median. So we give you 2 examples together. This is more popular. It's makes sense. Sometimes, especially when you have extreme values in your data set, you shouldn't use the mean. This would be a better one. And again, depends on your interest. When you want to express, to report something, you are going to call it, you say the mean or the, okay, you are not going to use the median. Then use it if it's going to be in your interest. I'm going to show you one example. And you have some nice one, a couple of very nice ones in your book that you should give a judgment. So let's see, find the median of, each sets. We give you one and you can use your calculator or just this one. That's nice, this is easy to find. Okay, so officially this is what you are going to do. Suppose you be given the 5, 4, 10, 12, 13, 3, and 2. So that's going to be the given data values. You want to find the median, you have to order it first. So we're going to rewrite it from the smaller one to bigger one, and then you pick the median. Okay, so that's going to be the solution. So rewrite it again. You see that's going to be 1, the first number, the least number is going to be 2. So I'm going to tell you that order. Okay, order the data set. Order the data set here. Okay, so there you are. A smaller number is going to be 2, so it's going to be the 2, the first one. Then you go with the 3, and then you have the 4, you have the 5. Okay, and your next number is going to be 10. So it's going to be 10, 10, 12, and 13. So this is how you order the sets. How many do you have? You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the number of the observation n is equal to the 7, which is an odd number. Since it's odd, it's going to be 7. So the middle is going to be 3.5 if you like. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That take you to the middle one. So this is going to be the median. Median is equal to 5 and be done. Okay, any question? It's very easy to locate it. So that's the case for when we have odd number. We need another one to get even number of the observation. So suppose this is going to be 25, 25, 10, 6, 4, and 8. Okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So order the set again. So for the solution, we are going to order the data set. So I'm going to order it here. So the first number is going to be 4. Then I get the 5. Then the 6. Okay, 5, 6, and this is going to be 8. 8, 10, and 20. Okay, so we rewrite it. In this case, you have what? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 observation. So the observation n is equal to the 6 is going to be even. If you divide by 2, that gives you 3. You see, this is going to be 1, 2, 3. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, and this is going to be 1, 2, 3. So you don't have anything in the middle to like this one that we did over here. So what you're going to do, you're going to find the average of these two middle one. You take one from the left, the other one from the right. So in this case, the median is going to be 6 plus 8 divided by 2. Okay, so that would be 14 divided by 2, that gives you 7. So the median is going to be equal to the 7. Okay, any question? And now the remark for this one is, if you see any extreme values in your data set, so the median is more appropriate than the mean use. Sometimes they ask you which one is going to be more appropriate one. So you look if you see, 1 or 2 very extreme numbers, and don't use the mean. The median is going to be the best one. Okay. So I explain this one because again, you have the problems. In all the problems of that section, they ask you to make a comment. And which measures of center is going to be the good one. So we give you a remark, just to remind you again, that if you have some data which is going to be extreme, if the data set, okay, if the data set contains, it contains some extreme, okay, extreme values, this is it, the median is the best. The median is going to be most suitable. Is going to be, most suitable measures of center. measure of center to be used. So if you want to talk about, the price of the houses around your neighborhood, if all the houses, prices are close to each other, that's fine. But if you get one or two houses in your neighborhood which are very high prices, 4 millions, 5 millions, so it's not a good one to use the mean because that would show that very high number. But if you use the median, that would be nice. That's why, you usually say median price of the houses. Okay, and the example that we talk about it are going to be this one, just to compare them together. You see, if you want to find the median of each set, just to compare them together, of the data set. Remember the first one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Because the numbers are very much close to each other. You can use the mean or the median, but they ask for the median. So the number of the observation is 9, is odd. So 4.5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be your median for this set. Okay, that's going to be your median, which is going to be equal to the 5 in this case. Okay, but if you have that extreme number, let's see if it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and suddenly 99. You see, I have one extreme number here. Remember, we find the mean. Mean for the first one was 5, the second one was 15. So in this case, this is not going to be changing. 1, you see, this is going to be n equal to the 9 again. 9 is odd. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, the median is going to be again 5. But if you find the mean, the mean would be much different. Remember, we did the mean for this one. Remember, the mean was x bar was equal to the 5, and the x bar over here was equal to the 15. So this means if this set is given to you, if they ask you which measures of center is going to be more appropriate, you go for the median rather than the mean. Okay, any question? We are going to come back to it again. The median is very popular. We have some other measures. We call it measures of positions. And then you will see this again. It's going to be it's 2 more sections to cover to get to this one. Okay, so if you have a numerical information, that's fine. We can use this too. But you know that some information is going to be categorical one, like political affiliations, okay, marital status, etc. If you ask those categorical one, you cannot use the mean and the median, because the mean and the median can be used only for the for the numbers. The 15 is the one that I got it here. I just compared it with that is, you add the numbers and you divide it. We did this one before. You see, that's a 15. This is the mean. Okay, I just want to compare them together to see how different they are going to be. Okay, they ask for the median, but we just want to compare. You add these numbers and divide it by 9. So that gives you x bar equal to the 15, which is going to be the mean. It's the one that we did last time. Okay, so the difficulty is going to be, if you get in categorical information, you are going to use the mode. Mode can be used also for numerical one, but the other two cannot be used. Okay, the mode of a data set. When it's a category, we check to see the repetition, if you like, of that category. The one that's going to be repeated most is going to be called the mode. So you need to check the frequency of each of each data values or of each categories. Okay, again, you have some problems that they ask you to compare, got to be careful. It is going to be the value. Okay, it's going to be the value or category or category. Okay, category that occur more often. It's going to be occurs. Okay, most. It's a repetition. Frequently. Okay, in a data set. Okay, just counter number of observation or the frequency of each number. Then the one with the highest frequency is going to be called the mode. Okay, any question? Are you ready to give you 3 examples? So I would like you to find the mode. Okay, on the test, we give you 1 question and we ask for the 3. Okay, we want to find the mode. Okay, find the mode of each data set. It can be used for the numerical one or categorical one. Okay, for both cases. So the first one, just something ordinary, is going to be 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 7, 7, 10, 3, and 5. That's it. Just to check to see which of these would have more frequency or more repetition. Any suggestion? What's the mode?
5.
5. Very good. 5. Because 5 is repeated 3 times. You see, the frequency of 5 is 3. But the other one, you don't have to get a table. I just want to explain this one. You just mode is 5. Be done. But officially, this is what has happened. You see, these are going to be your data value. And this is going to be your frequencies. Okay, so the data values that you have is going to be 1, the frequencies are repeated once, 2, frequency repeated once. But if you get to the 3, 3 is repeated twice. Okay, then you have the 5, which is repeated 3 times, 7 repeated once, and the 10 repeated once. So this is going to be the most repeated one or the most frequent elements of your data set. Okay, so the mode. When you say 5, we accept it. Mode is equal to the 5. Okay, any question? Very easy to find. It's only one difficulty for this one. It's going to be, I'm going to tell you, check something with the category. Suppose we're talking about your grades. Okay, so you have the grade A, grade B, grade A, and the grade C, grade D, grade B, and the grade A. You see, this is the symbolic one or categorical one. What's the mode of this one? Mode
A.
A, yes, A, because A is, you got 3 A's. You see, you got 3 A's, but you have only 2 B's. So the mode is going to be, okay, the mode is going to be the grade A. Okay, because the A is repeated more than the other ones. Okay, any question? The next one, so that you are not going to be surprised. The next one is this one, 110, 731, 731, 1031, 84. Okay, 84, 20, and 180. That's the next one. Any suggestion for the mode? there is no repetition. All of them are repeated once only. So this means that there is no mode. So that's a difficulty with the mode. It's not guaranteed that you're going to see it. You see, all of them are just repeated once. So there is no repetition. In this case, the solution is going to be, so don't be surprised. You may have to answer. You have this type of cases. So in this case, there is no mode. And with that, okay, any question? So your job is to understand it carefully when you've been asked to judge. And we have some very nice one, you will see it. And the other one is just, we have two different information. You have categorical one and you have a numerical one. If you talk about category like the grades, you can only use the mode, okay? You cannot use the other two because you cannot add or subtract these, these numbers together. Okay, any question? Now, I post a worksheet for you, is a list of the examples that I'm going to go through it because we need it just to check what is, to see sometimes which sort of information do you have, which type of information do you have, or which of those measures of center is going to be more suitable, okay? So I'm going to bring up that one. I posted for you so we can check it. So just getting the solution together and we create something, of this type for your next, on the test, next test. In 2 weeks time, so you're going to have, okay, our test and number one. Let me just, this is, it's called worksheet number 2 on the Canvas. Okay, I just posted it so they can have it, but we can discuss the solution here. Okay, this is it. That's one that I posted. I have a couple of problems in your book. Just want to make sure you understand what you're going to do. Everybody can see this one. So it's called worksheet number 2 on the Canvas. Okay. So it's a kind of 2 question. Question number 1, and this is going to be question number 2. This is question number 2. So this 2 is just for your information and to get the idea how we're going to check. You see, and these are a situation that we have. If we want to describe measures of center, that's going to be more appropriate. So we wanted to tell us whether we can use the mean, median, or the mode for the following. Remember, the mean is the one that you need, mean and the median you are going to use for the numerical information, okay? And the mode is the one that you can use only for the categorical information. The median, the mean is just, you add the numbers and you divide. The median is going to be the number that's going to be in the middle, 50% to the right, 50% to the left. Okay, let's see if we can describe it to us which one is going to be more appropriate. Okay, are you ready? Let's read the first one. Okay, so this is going to be the first one. The first one is 1/2 of the factory workers make more than $5.37 per hour, and 1/2 make less than $5.37 per hour. Which measure of center are you talking about here? Or can be used mean, median, or the mode? We have a population of the workers in the factory and we compare the, okay, Jordan, you're right. Anybody else? Half of the worker make $5.37 less than, and the other half make more than. Which measures is this one? You see, 1/2 would be 50%. 50% making $5 less than $5.37, and 50% makes more, 50% to the right, 50% to the left. So this number is the median. Okay, the median is the number which is exactly in the middle of your observation. And that's exactly what's the, telling you. Okay, so this is going to be the median. That's going to be median of the wages. Okay, any question? So that is the first one. So let's check the second one. The average number of children per family is 1.8. You know that, we can run that if you like, the number of the children. Which one is it? Is it the mean, median, or the mode? Or this one? Okay, yes, that's it. It's Kelly. Kelly is correct. Anybody else? The average number of children is 1.8. How did you find these numbers? You see, you find the number of the children and you divide. This is average number. It's usual average. So that's the mean that you're going to have. Okay, so this means the average number of the children in the family is 2. So it's average, it's a usual mean. So, you can't do anything else with the number of the children. So number 2 is the mean. The part C, most people prefer a red convertible. Yes, Yasir, yourself, that's correct. Anybody else? Enrique? Most of the people, you see, they ask, which color do you like? They like a red convertible. Red convertible, it's category. You see, the color of the cars, the color of the car are going to be category. And when you're dealing with the categories, you can use only the mode. Okay. So if we count the number of the colors, we find out that the red color is more popular. So since it's a category, so we did use the mode. Okay, that's part C. Part D is a little bit tricky. The average person cuts the lawn once a week. So it's going to be your backyard, yes. Isabel, you're right. Anybody else? Because we ask you how many times do you do it? Some people they do it once, the other people may do it twice, etc. This is the mode. The mode we ask each, in your neighborhood, you go around and you ask the people, how many times do you do it? Then you will find out that, once a week is going to be, the average, if you like, the average number of time is the mode. And the last one, average age of the college professor. Average age, which measures is it? Yes, is the mean there. You want to find the average age of 5 professors, how are you going to find it? You add their ages together and then you divide by 5. So that gives you the, the mean. So that's the differences between these numbers that we got. Now the big one is this number 1. You may see one of these sort of question on your next test. So let's see what they are talking about. You see, these are going to be, we just checking the different networks, CBS, NBC, ABC. These are the various networks. And these are going to be reports, that they have, if they have some nice program, so they may have a good rating. So these are going to be the rating of these 3 networks that we're going to have, CBS, NBC. These are the number of the time that they're coming on the top, if you like. Okay, the CBS with the MASH. You see, these are going to give you the numbers, the rating. So this is going to be information that you have about the rating. So what they want you to do is determine the mode of the network data. The mode of the network. So it's going to be categorical information. the name of the network is going to be your categories. It's like that last problem that you did have on your quiz. I'll talk about the number of the weeks, remember? Saturday, Friday, etc. That's the same thing like here. You can do the same thing with that problem. So what we would like to do is these are the different categories that we're going to have. Now we want to find the mode. So as I did it for you, it's like your grade that we talked about it. So what you have to do, you have to count to see how many times, for example, the CBS comes on the top. You see how many times the CBS was number 1, if you like, rate 1, how many times you get the ABC on the top, or how many times you get the NBC. Then you just find the frequency of each, and then you'll be able to. I gave this one on the test. Most of the people, they use these numbers, you see, the audience in millions, etc. No, they tell you, you see, they ask you to determine the mode of network data. Network means the name, not those numbers that we're going to have. So I write the solution of this one for you, and you may see a similar one. You have a couple of them in your book. So that's why we want to check this one. Okay, so this is how we're going to answer that first problem regarding the. Okay, so this is going to be, call it the example from that worksheet. Number 2, and this is the problem. The other one was just for your information. It's the one that we are going to be interested in. So they ask for the mode of the network. So what you're going to do, you have to you draw a table for yourself. This is going to be the table, okay? In the first part, this is going to be categories. Categories in this case going to be network. Okay, that's going to be the network. The network are ABC, for example. This is one network. Then you have the NBC, and you have the CBS, the channels. Then you look to see the rating frequency. Okay, then you go and count how many numbers, how many times the ABC was on the top. You see, if you go back and check, and just show you, then I'll come back to give you the number again to see how we want to do it, if it's going to be given to you. See, we are going to count how many times you will see ABC on the top. You see the ABC, this is going to be 1. And that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the frequency of the ABC would be 5. Okay, that would be 5. I make a note of 5. Then you go back and you count the NBC. So how many times you can see the NBC? You see NBC is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the frequency of this network would be 6, and the leftover is going to be CBS. CBS is going to be 8. So this is how you put them together. That number of the week that you have on that question number 6 on the quiz, it's the same thing that you're going to do. And so this is the information that we have now. So the frequency of each networks are going to be given to you. The mode is the most frequent one. That's it. CBS is on the top more often. So the answer is going to be the mode. Okay, so the mode is a CBS. So that's going to be the answer to the first part. Any question? Now, they ask you another question, the second part. The second part, they ask you, would it be appropriate to use either the mean or the median? You see, we use the mode in order to get it. can you use the mean or the median for this information? Yes or no? You see, the data set that we use is categorical one. You see, you're talking about the ABC, NBC, and CBS. All the other numbers are misleading. So you have a categorical information. And we talk about it. If you have a categorical information, mode is the only measures of centers that you can use. You cannot use the average because you cannot add the ABC and the NBC and divide it by 3. And you cannot use the median, okay? So since the information is given to you is a categorical information, mode is the most appropriate one, okay? So they usually, we have this type of ideas and then they check it. Again, on the test that I gave this one, most of the people, they missed it. And they usually say the mean and they want to add those millions numbers together. No, it's not. So that was the answer to the first part. And the answer to the second part would be no. We cannot use you cannot use the mean or the median. And you have to explain it. The explanation is the mode. Okay, the mode is going to be used for qualitative, which is the case. Qualitative data, or in this case, categorical one. Categorical data. So since you're talking about the TV networks, the only measures of center that can be used is going to be the mode. Okay, that's measures of centers that we're going to have. Any question? You should, you have no difficulty in calculating these numbers. But as I told you, you should be able to make it some justification, some comments. We have a couple of them, very nice one when you get to practice one. Then you will see it. Otherwise, it's going to be used to the mean is the one that we're going to use. And we talk about a couple of more measures of centers, then I'll show you how you're going to do it with your calculator. This is easy, really. So we don't need any device, if you like, to get it. So that's our first measures of centers. Any question? Now, we are going to continue with these measures. The next question is going to be, if you given 2 data sets, you want to compare them together. So in order to compare them together, sometimes you may get 5 data sets with the same mean. So you need other measures. So the next one is going to be measure of variation. We talk about 3.2 on, on Thursday. That's going to be a very big one. It takes that full lecture to be able to take care of it. Okay, that's it for today. Any question? So I will try to get your quiz done quickly so that I want to know what's going on. Then we can talk about the result and the solution to the quiz on Thursday. Okay, any question? So some of you ask about the assignment. You just keep on with the assignment. The one that I posted on the syllabus, because I didn't intend to use the the MATLAB for the assignments. That's why I said we bring it on the day of the quiz. But your assignment would have their own date times, due dates. Just continue. If you need any extension, let me know. Then I extend it for you. Okay, that's one. Any question? So have a good one and make sure you email that. I will check the emails. I may get back to you and then ask you to submit it again to Root Canvas so that you can learn it, how you're going to do it. Okay, don't worry about it. Have a good one and see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Professor.
Okay, bye-bye.